Yes, guys, it is Team of the Year Day. The attackers come out today, both men's and women's. And speaking of attackers, we have a massive icon SBC leaked that I personally didn't even think we would probably see him be an SBC at all because he's just so hyped up. But he is, and we're going to talk about that, of course, when we get there. We've got other SBC leaks. We've got the new gameplay update that came out today, and it has been all the rage right now because people are really enjoying it, actually, which is really nice to see for a gameplay update because that is pretty rare. We also got some pack leaks as well. The upgrade packs were leaked, and there was some controversy around that because they're a little different to last year, so we'll get into that and also some market stuff as well because obviously it's Team of the Year Day.
If you guys would like to buy coins, you can go to mmoxp.com. There will be a link in the description. They are the cheapest and safest option. You can use my code JFC at checkout for a 5% discount.
And today means that it's T-minus 7 days until our Team of the Year live stream, our 24-hour stream, opening all the packs and stuff like that. So obviously very excited for that, and just thank you all for the support recently. Seriously, it's been awesome to see the channel continuing to grow, and that's literally all thanks to you guys. So on to content now. We got Dino today, and Dino's price actually isn't that bad. It's like 2.2 mil as market price. Before this was like 3.5 before the leak itself, right? So the price actually is not that bad for this card, which I do really appreciate. Now I will say that the Ronaldinho card itself, which if we go and look at, you know, he's got some pretty good play styles here. The stats are obviously really nice. You could maybe say that soon he's going to be behind the power curve, maybe just slightly, not behind, but not as ahead of it as he is maybe now. But there's one big thing we forget here, and that this is Ronaldinho, okay? We can craft a Ronaldinho right now, which I think is just a really nice addition from EA. I think that bringing out one of the most popular cards in the game that people want to craft that allows you to do that during Team of the Year for a cheaper price than they could have made it, I think is only a good thing, really. It's funny seeing that Dino is only like slightly more expensive than Jairzinho, and Jairzinho actually might have gotten a huge buff post his patch here because Rapid Plus is apparently very good again. But with all that being said, I wouldn't probably complete Dino unless you're a Dino fan and you know who you are. If you're going to complete him, then just go for it, okay? I can't complain if you're going to complete him, but I would say if you're not, like, if you're indifferent towards it, then I probably would just say no. And also, there was some weird stuff going on today with that Dino and this marquee matchups that came out. All the content today that came out in terms of SBCs randomly disappeared for a bit today. There was like a 45-minute stretch or so where, like, Dino was gone and marquee matchups was also gone. And it also wasn't gone for everybody, apparently. So my guess is what happened here was it was a glitch. There was just some sort of bug where new content that came out today was just gone for some people, and now it's back again. Everybody who had the bug was reporting that it came back. So I don't know, just probably a bug would be my guess. If there's more information about that by the time that you're seeing this video, you might see it on Twitter, but I think as of right now, it probably was just a bug. And I also want to show you guys this because I picked my Team of the Year Evo star, and I did try and probably spend about 20 minutes sniping this Isaac Toure, and I finally got him. So I'm going to try and get a Team of the Year Toure, who, if you guys don't know, yes, he is 6'9". So I will let you know how good he is. If you're deciding to save all of the Evos to like do them all at once, right? I'll let you know if Isaac Toure is good, because I'm going to take a wild guess and probably assume that he is. Now, also, there's another glitch today that happened because some people were completing this daily play objective twice. So people already have the second Evo on their Team of the Year card already, because apparently, like, they won 2 games, as that new objective is here. They won 2 games, and they completed it twice, apparently. So I think it's been fixed now, but I think that it was a bug earlier. So some people already have that dribbling boost on their card because they were allowed to complete this twice somehow. And also, I will give EA credit here because this, like, daily play games thing where once a day you get a shadow and a hunter card, that's probably more valuable, especially on PC because you can't snipe them. This is probably more valuable than any pack that could have given us. So you know what? I appreciate that from EA. And okay, before we even get into the leaks and stuff like that, guys, what do you think? Yes, we're on dark mode. I'm on dark mode right now because my head is hurting, so that's why. But do we stay on dark mode? Do we like the light mode? You know, what do you guys think? Whatever wins out in the comment section is going to be what we keep. But here, we'll have dark mode for today's video. But okay, KDB's official card right here. You got incisive and pinged and really nice all-around stats. 92 shot, 95 pass, 92 dribbling is crazy. I would expect this card to come out with the midfielders. That'd be my guess. And yeah, I'm probably going to be completing this card. This card is crazy. And my guess as to what will come out with the attackers today, let's go look at it. We got word that yes, Gareth Bale is going to be an SBC as a Team of the Year icon, which is crazy to me that they're giving this card already, considering the hype around it. I really do think, guys, that EA did see call me delusional here. Tell me if I'm full of shit, okay? Please, I want you to check me. However, I do think we had a player count during November, like early November, that was really bad. I personally think we had a really bad player count. We have a Ronaldinho SBC, an icon Gareth Bale SBC already, a brand new icon this year, a promo Gareth Bale version, new gameplay fixes that everyone's happy with, a lot of rewards changes that people are also happy with. Like, we are seeing such good content right now that as a cynic, I almost think to myself, like, for us to get this good content, there had to have been something on their end that they're like, okay, we got to compromise because they must have been losing players or something like that. Maybe that's not true at all. Maybe they're just giving us good content. That could be too. Like, that just could be. But I find it hard to believe that they're just like, yeah, Bale, Dino, patch, fucking better rewards, like all this shit for us. Possibly a free Zidane. Like, let's not forget about that. We'll talk about that next. Free Zidane, maybe, if they were doing really well on their back end. I don't know. That's just speculation. There's no proof behind that whatsoever. But Bale is coming. Let's talk about that Zidane card now, because Sheriff said that it is likely a free card. These are not his official stats here, by the way, but apparently Sheriff saying it's likely a free card. I will say, though, that I think that there is a chance that it's this Clausinho tweet here. Remember what this Haaland card looked like when it just came out, when the game just came out, right? You've got Player of the Month Haaland, SBC 1 completion, and SBC 2 completion, and then you do those objectives and then get yourself a Haaland card. I think they did this because they wanted to make all SBCs, all player SBCs, when the web app was out and the early release was out, only exclusive to the early release players. And the web app was obviously open to everybody, right? So they wanted to make it exclusive to just people who bought the game. But I will say that Haaland was the group reward here, and it was just the card. It wasn't a pack. And that's what everyone's kind of trying to speculate on, is that why is he coming in a pack? A Team of the Year era's 2002 icon Zidane. Why is he coming in a pack, right? No one really knows why. That's why I think Sheriff assumes it's a free card, and I would probably lean that way as well. It's probably going to be a free card, and I would assume it's going to be like not as crazy as like these, you know, predictions have been. Maybe he has 2 playstyle pluses and he's 89 rated, you know, something like that, where that could be similar to what the Bellingham card was. And speaking of 2 playstyle pluses, we also have a word about this, and that is that all Team of the Year icons will only have 2 playstyle pluses. Now, I say only, it's not really only, it's just because all Team of the Year cards will have 3. So it looks like they're really trying to make Team of the Year cards be special, and then Team of the Year icons are kind of like just a little tier below that, which is sort of a way for EA to have their cake and eat it too, because then you can make Team of the Year cards, you know, still that special top of the line stuff with 3 playstyle pluses, and then you can also have Team of the Year icons be like better than most of the cards out right now. So you kind of get both there, and I personally don't really think that's an L. Honestly, I don't think so, because most cards don't even have 2 yet, and you also have Team of the Year cards that are going to be very special. Now, also, this does mean that Team of the Year cards are going to be extremely expensive and hard to pack. Okay, that's just what that means. Team of the Year this year might be the hardest that it's ever been to pack, honestly, and that's what you guys need to remember. Don't count on packing one, okay? Just don't count on it. Now, we have our first Team of the Year icon official stats leaked. Puskas has first touch and power shot, and he looks absolutely crazy, okay? These cards are going to look insane, just so you know. Here's Pele's card, quick step and technical. It's crazy. That'll be the theme on all these cards here. We'll kind of quickly move through them, actually. Ronald Koeman has Bruiser and Dead Ball, which some of you might actually like, but kind of technically only still has 1 playstyle plus there. Keep going on. Thierry Henry has Rapid and Finesse. I mean, that's insane. Rapid is so much better post-patch, and Finesse shot obviously is still good. We got Cole Palmer's official stats here, technical, dead ball, and finesse. He is 95 rated, and he looks pretty damn good. I mean, it's not maybe to the level of like Vinny, but still a very, very good card there. Keep moving on. Rodri has his official card stats leaked, and this card's crazy. Pinged, Tiki Taka, and Bruiser. This is going to be the best DM in the game for a long time. I mean, a long, long time. Pros love Rodri. There's a reason for that. Move on. Wrighton is next, who's got Pinged, Travella, and Finesse. She is always one of the more underrated cards in terms of like women's cards being good. Her Thunderstruck had Finesse Plus and was super cheap for a long time and great play styles. Pinged to Finesse is pretty awesome. Travella is meh, right? We keep moving on. Jude Bellingham has this, which is Relentless, Incisive, and Power Shot. Now, Relentless actually low-key, one of the uses of Relentless that people kind of forget is that second man press is better technically with Relentless Plus. It lasts longer. You can hold R1 down longer with Relentless Plus. So there is kind of a use to it. Plus, obviously, it has high stamina the whole game. It's not obviously great, but it's not useless either. And Incisive and Power Shot is great. So, I mean, you don't look at it for too long. You can't afford them, okay? Puteas next. First touch, Incisive, and Finesse. I mean, this is, I mean, 3 of those playstyles are crazy, and you're not gonna be able able to afford this card either. This is going to be 3 mil, 4 mil, 5 mil, I don't know. And then we got a couple more SBCs leaked, and Joshua Kimmich flashback has been added to come. Stats are predictions on him, but Kimmich has always been pretty good in FIFA. That's kind of cool to see. And then the other ones leaked, we saw Casillas yesterday and Gareth Bale already. Now we've got Marquinhos as well added to come as an honorable mentions SBC apparently. But yeah, seems like the big ones here are going to be Bale and KDB, right? People were a little actually underwhelmed by these, almost like last year we got 4 or 5 big ones. We only get 2 this year. Listen, beggars can't be choosers, okay? If it ends up being the case where like, yeah, we're a little underwhelmed by the end of it, then sure, we can talk about that then. You guys know probably we'll talk about it a lot then if that's the case. But beforehand, let's not, you know, make any crazy assumptions that we're going to be underwhelmed or anything like that. We don't know if we will be. And we've seen all these except Bonmati. She has her official stats here: technical, tiki-taka, and finesse. Crazy card, right? I mean, you don't need me to tell you that, and they all look great. And we still do, as of right now, have no word on exchanges. We have pack leaks we're going to look at right now, but there's no exchanges in there, and we have the league upgrades leaked, so that maybe does confirm that we may not see exchanges during Team of the Year. There's a chance of that. There's no confirmation at all that that will be the case here. I mean, they could literally leak it in the pack code an hour before it comes out. You know, we never truly know, but we do now have a Team of the Year upgrade packs leaked, so let's go look at those. We got the base upgrades where it's league specific, 3 common golds, 1 rare, right? That's the same as last year. Where the controversy came in was that last year we had 4 rares, and this year we now have 3 only. Premium La Liga and Liga F upgrade pack, right? 8 common golds, 3 rares from either the men's or women's leagues. They upgraded that from 3 to 4 last year because I think they knew that there was a bigger player pool because it's now men's and women's leagues in there. They've gone back to 3 this year. So that could mean that they just downgraded them in general, or the requirements will be slightly less. That's always a chance that that could be the case too. But they did go down by a rare this year. So yeah, disappointing a bit that they did downgrade them, considering like were people packing too many things in those last year? I mean, I don't think I packed a Team of the Year out of league upgrades last year. I only packed my Team of the Year card out of like a random pack that I had saved up. Not a single one, and probably 500 of the league upgrades didn't pack one. And here will be the amount of cards in each Team of the Year upgrade. You've got 8 in the La Liga and Liga F. You got 9 in the Prem and the Barclays WSL. You've got 2 here in the non-MLS, by the way. This is not MLS/NWSL. This is Serie A/NWSL. There's 2 in there. 2 in the Liga/Women's Liga and 1 in the Bundesliga, which is Grimaldo. Someone said down here, you know, Serie A upgrades, fire emoji. This is actually Serie A, not the MLS in there. Unfortunately, if there's a Messi honorable mention, you can't pack him in upgrades, I don't believe. But yeah, obviously this is not counting in what the honorable mentions will look like, because that will be a big factor in this as well. But to be fair, most of them are going to be in La Liga/Liga F and the Prem/WSL, right? It's going to be pretty much the same. And one of the biggest bits of news over the last couple days has been the Maradona, Beckenbauer, Gervinho, Doumbia, and Ibarbo leaks. We have heard absolutely nothing today about that. No updates at all. So I have no updates to give other than it's still fucking crazy, and I still would give it I said yesterday in my comment, I'd give it a 20% chance that this is actually coming out. But yeah, we've never seen them add in multiple icons/heroes like this in the middle of a cycle. We've seen them add like a hero before, like Ledley King was added in the middle of the cycle before. I think there's one other hero I'm forgetting as well, but it's very rare to see this happen, and to see 5 different cards in, and Barbo is still playing. He's still playing in the second Colombian division. How would they add him in? I do not know. I don't know how this is going to work, if it's going to happen, but no updates on it yet, and maybe we'll see them even come out today. I'm not sure. And now on to what's got everybody talking today, and that is the new patch, right? Pace coming back. We got dribbling feeling smoother potentially. Passing feels faster than it did before. The game just in general feels a lot faster than it did. Now, this part was in contention a lot, like players actually winning tackles. Apparently that's still kind of a problem, but it apparently feels way different. Like, it's pretty hard to find a bad word about the new patch. Now, Boras also has a good tweet down here saying, like, you know, the way this patch surely increases the skill gap, but let's first fully talk after going through our weekend league games, and that's a good way to do it. Let's wait and play like 40, 50, 60 games of the new patch to see how it feels. But not gonna lie, in the 5 games I played, it was a lot more fun. It just was more enjoyable. It felt like I could actually do things I kind of were trying to do. I think they're going to start to probably go back a little bit on keeping the gameplay from career mode to Ultimate Team the same. Remember in this update, they said in competitive football Ultimate Team matches, these changes are happening. I think they need to try and separate the career mode gameplay to the Ultimate Team gameplay as much as possible, because I think they've tried to satisfy both for so long that you have to try and separate it at this point. I think that career career mode fans really like that slower pace, and that's fine. That's more realistic. It makes more sense if you're an offline player to like that more slower pace stuff. But if you're an Ultimate Team player, slower pace is just, the skill gap is less. Everything just feels watered down so much when the game is as slow as it has been over the last few years. I mean, obviously there's been some years in there where it hasn't been, but for the most part, I think that I'm just happy to see, because both sets of players, the offline player and the online player, deserve to have good gameplay, but you pretty much can't give both of them good gameplay if you make the gameplay the same in both. It's just not possible. And offline players, you can make it slower for them, and they also have sliders to change things too. So you can make such a custom gameplay experience offline that I think personally they should focus on the online gameplay more. And that's not to say that don't focus on offline gameplay at all. That's not the case whatsoever. I love career mode myself. I'm empathetic towards career mode players out there who have not had good gameplay, but give the offline group more customizable stuff, because they can customize whatever they want to, and the online guys obviously can't do that. So I think that I think we start with the online, and then you can worry about fixing the offline gameplay as kind of after that. But that's obviously coming from a biased point of view of I play online more than offline, so that might be just me talking on my ass, and this could be me reading into things just too much here, right? That definitely could be. But it is funny seeing the EA actual account tweet out stuff about their gameplay patch. You know, it really does feel like they're trying to get the word out to everybody everywhere as much as possible, saying, hey, the gameplay has changed a lot. Like, we really have attempted to make changes here, because most updates, the EA Twitter account is not tweeting about. It's always EA Direct, and this page is basically just promotional stuff for their promos. That's all this is, but they're tweeting about the gameplay update. And, you know, what do you think about it? So I'm happy to see that hopefully this is not just a change for, like, just right now because they were worried about player count, or worried about revenue, worried about profit, worried about whatever it may be, and that's why we're seeing these changes. I hope these are permanent changes that we see to be like, hey, when the gameplay is not very good, we want to try and fix it and communicate with you guys, because everything today was positive. Literally everything today that happened was pretty much all positive, but I don't want it to be like just a one-off thing, right? And that's why I don't want to sound like I'm being negative at all here today, but I'm worried that this is just like a one-off thing and we'll never see this again, right? But okay, on to the market. This is going to be where it gets quite interesting, because let's get past the Team of the Year cards here. Oh, there's Toure right there. He's extinct still. This is where it gets very interesting, because now that we just had this patch, this will make gameplay demand go through the roof. Right now, cards that are very pacey are very expensive right now. They've gone up a bunch, but also with Team of the Year coming out, will this now mean that we want to wait maybe to buy cards until we actually have Team of the Year come out instead of doing it before? That's where I would lean here, because of this new patch and people are buying a lot of cards today. I think we have people that would not have bought any of these cards if the patch didn't come out today, and they're kind of gonna just like forget a little bit of just how much content's coming out for Team of the Year, and you will see some selling because of that. I mean, these SBCs coming out are gonna be very good. If Zidane's free and he's gonna take a spot in people's teams, midfielders will die. Just be aware of that. Gareth Bale, if Gareth Bale is 2.5 or 3 mil or less, he will cause a crash, because everyone's got fodder saved up still. Everyone will be doing Gareth Bale. It's going to be similar to like a George Best of was that 2 years ago, a Eusebio of last year. Like, it's going to cause market crashing on attackers. It's just going to. I'm actually good with waiting, probably debatably till Sunday sell-off during this weekend to start buying. That might be even a little too long. I do think the market in the long term, post this maybe 7-day period, will go up. We know that the Team of the Year market tends to always rise post like a week in, because there's so much coin injection into the game. However, this patch kind of made it more difficult to try and figure out the exact buy time. I do think that I for sure want to wait until the Team of the Year comes out. I don't want to buy it beforehand. That might end up being a mistake, but I think this patch kind of fucked it for me. I am probably gonna wait until Sunday sell-off. That's probably what I'm gonna do. I just think that I don't want to have a market destruction happen because we see just insane content. Crazy evos are coming out, I'm sure. There's just so much stuff coming to take spots in people's teams that it's hard for me to believe that you're probably not gonna see some crashing in places. Like, you're just gonna. And okay, let's read your comments. Now we've got Nilex, who says the 12th man should be Gyökeres or Rudiger. Who should the 12th man be? If you're talking just like purely football, pure nothing else at all, strictly football objectivity, who should the 12th man be? I kind of want to hear what you guys have to say about that. Is it Gyökeres? And then we got Art Vandelay, who wait, is that Strawberry the Unicorn? Is that what that is? Am I tripping? Anybody remember the YouTube classic? I'd rather buy a card than drop a bunch of cash for nothing. And this is 100% true. I like, if Zidane's, let's say $150 for a crazy 2-play style plus Zidane, right? And you can just buy him straight up in the store. That is a better deal than any gamble that you could have. I mean, that is, and it's still, I wouldn't buy that. But if you did buy it, you know what you're getting. you know you're gonna have fun with the card. I mean, I can't hate on it if you were to buy that. I mean, that's why it's kind of like, yeah, adding more microtransactions in is never a good thing, but also it's less gambling. So I don't know. I don't know what to make of that, really. Hi, it's Gabe. Sam Darnold made you sick. I was sick before that, but Sam Darnold did make me extra sick. That is correct. Doc and Rum, R9 haircut if Maradona comes this year. Okay, listen, like, if I was single, I would do some fucking, probably during this challenge, a challenge for this Team of the Year stream for the R9 haircut, okay? I gotta get permission from the boss, from the warden, okay? If I get the R9 haircut, that means someone's gotta look at me with the R9 haircut, and I'm just telling you now, something tells me if I got the R9 haircut, I don't think she'd probably appreciate that. You know, something just tells me that. Not sure what. We got Flitty Chan talking about Doumbia, Gervinho, and Ibarbo, right? Can they not come back as heroes? I don't know how that works, but listen, if we somehow manage to get Doumbia, Gervinho, and Ibarbo, which, by the way, Seydou Doumbia is maybe my favorite FIFA card of all time. Seydou Doumbia was so insane. That honestly gets my hopes up so much, and I don't even want to think about it, because if it doesn't happen, then I'd be really upset. But I saw another comment up here, and it was, where was it? Yeah, incredible T. Justice for Jonathan Biabiani, cheap beast back in the day. If they can start adding in cards like this, do you know the potential we have, guys? Well, we can see a Biabiani out of nowhere added into the database and then coming in a promo team. We can see cards like Shikawi. Like, we could see Shikawi come into the game if they got his license, right? There's just shit like that we could see that could open up potential so much to new excitement into the game that I would love to see. I think we all would love to see that. So I don't want to get my hopes up, and you probably shouldn't get your hopes up either, but if Maradona, Beckenbauer, and these heroes, or if they're heroes or whatever card design they are, if they actually get released, that is so huge that they can do this now. But okay, well, let's have a great Team of the Year. You know, enjoy your weekend. Don't spend your money, like, please, but let's enjoy it, have a great time. Let's have fun on FIFA, because that's what it's all about. So thank you all for being here. I love you all. Peace.